Welcome everybody to my channel. Thank you so much to my subscribers. Welcome newcomers. I hope you like what you see, and if so, be part of this journey with us by hitting that subscription button. It's totally free, and also hitting the bell notification to be notified of the new uploads that I come up with. I want to mention that up top there's 3 little buttons right on the corner, on the right hand corner for most of you. For some of you it's in your settings. I do have a link to the video below in the description box to teach you if you're not understanding how I'm explaining to slow down the video. You can click there. It's a 2-minute video. Very simple. It's just a click away. You can slow down the video by clicking the 3 little buttons up top and slow down to the speed you would like. Also, right next to it, there's the letter CC. You can turn that on, and that will be for closed caption. All the stitching, everything that I mention and say will be written down here. You can pause, stop the video, take notes, and it will help you to understand the pattern. I don't write patterns. I get asked a lot about it, and for those reasons, I ask of you to slow down the video. I know sometimes I'm a little bit too fast for these recordings, and I apologize for that. It's just that I get on my own bubble. This is all new to me also, so it's just a question of getting practice of recording, which I'm not fully used to yet. I'm getting comfortable at this point. So I want to thank every single one of you that have been from the start with me, have commented, shared, have tagged me. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for your lovely, wonderful comments. Thank you again so much to every single one of you. Also for the people that came through, the women that came through with donations, and also some donations for the women in need of thread. Thank you so much. Some of you have shipped it yourselves. Gratitude all the way. And some of you have donated into my PayPal account and into the super thanks that's below the video. It has a $sign symbol on it. Thank you so much to everyone that has participated in trying to help out one way or another. Okay, so we are going to get started. Any questions, suggestions, please feel free to comment below. You could always get a hold of me if you're stuck with some project, like some of you do, to message me through Instagram. I do have a Facebook group, private group, because there's a lot of scammers and fraud into the crochet groups now, so you have to be careful. Don't open links that say cut or bit on it. Those are fraud scammers. Be careful, people. They steal people's identity and pictures, and they post there with those links pretending that it's them. So stay away from that, or report them in as spam. That's what I usually do. For those reasons, my group is private. You're more than welcome to join us in our group. Beautiful group of people we have there. We're one growing family. You can just request, and I'm sure one of the monitors will respond to you ASAP. I also do have the crochet page. You can follow that there too, or my Instagram or TikTok. So there's so many ways you can get a hold of me. My email is below also. So anything that you're stuck with, feel free to ask. Or suggestions, remembering that I am in Europe. My time frame could be different than yours. Sometimes I will have to take a few hours before I answer you because I must be sleeping. It's overnight, and it must be morning for you in your country. Okay, so we're going to get started, everyone, and I bless you, I hug you, and please keep your optimism always up and high, and never think that you cannot do this pattern. We are not born learned. We are born to learn. Okay, you can do all things as long as you persist, be patient with yourself, and just continue on. Anyone can create anything they want. Okay, let's get started, everyone. Thank you. Okay, everyone. So I had a special request to do a granny square shape of a heart. Now, I don't know if you can tell well, but we have the heart here and here. I'm going to use the white. Maybe you can see it better. And with this square, you can make baby blankets, throwaway pillows, bedspreads, anything, basically. Doilies, square doilies. So we're going to get started. I'm going to use this white. and it's a 4-ply, similar to Lydia number 3. Mine's a little bit thinner, so obviously my squares are a little bit smaller. 2.75 hook, a small one to tuck in loose ends, and a pair of scissors. This is very simple, especially to one of our family members here on YouTube, Miss Maggie Jean-Baptiste. You mentioned to me that you're having a hard time with granny square. Well, this is a nice granny square if you plan to make baby blankets for your Etsy and things like that for other people that are selling. This is perfect for it. Okay, so we're going to get started. Very simple to do, very fast, doesn't take much. So I'm going to do the granny square. The magic circle. If you can't do the magic circle, do a 6 chain. If your stitch is too loose, then do a 4 chain only. We don't want a big gap, a hole in the middle of the granny square. So I closed in with a chain and came back in to do a single and 2 chains. This equals my double crochet. I'm going to create 3 more, not 3 more, 2 more, and I'll have a total of 3 double crochets. Chain 2. I'm coming in again and creating. So we're going to have 4 groups of 3 double crochet with 2 chain space between them. So I already have 2 groups of 3. My neighbors are having construction. If you hear banging, I'm sorry, I can't do anything about it. There's never a dull moment in this place. As most of you already know, I mention that quite a bit. That's why now lately I've been trying to record at night because it's more quiet. But my lighting is terrible, so I apologize for that. I mean, I get the best of the both worlds, right? Either the noise, the commotion, or the lighting at night. But somehow I have to manage to do it. So I did my last 2 chains. I came on my second chain of the single and the 2 chain with the slip stitch. Okay, so going into row 2, or better yet, let's take that down again. I'm going to do only 1 chain, and I'm going to come in my second chain, and I'm going to do a half double crochet sideways. Okay, so you take it all together, so we can end up here on the center of this one. It's better. Single, again, 2 chain. I'm coming in again and I'm doing another double crochet. So we'll complete the end of the edge here when we come around. Okay, now we're going to do 1 per space. So double crochet, another double crochet, and another double crochet. I send out hugs to all of you. Maggie, I miss you, girl. And my beautiful Bettys, my Karens, Miss Joy. I mean, there's so many of you. I can't even remember all the names off my head like that. Okay, so coming into the center here, another double crochet. So at this point, we have, let me just confirm here to make sure. So we have 2, 4, 6, 7. We're supposed to have 7. 2, 4, 6, and the last one 7. Now we're going to do 2 chain. These are the corners, coming back in the same space and creating 2 more double crochet on the same space. These are our 4 corners here, okay? And again, on top of the double crochet from the previous row, which is row 1, we are on row 2, and then 2 inside of the next corner, double crochet, 2 chain space, back in the same corner because we're creating corners, 2 double crochet. So if you count properly, the first row we have 3, and then 2, 4, 6, and then 7. Continue on, and I'll meet you here. We're going to do that half double crochet so we can end up on the corner again. Okay, so I've reached the corner. I've done my 2 double crochets, and I've done only 1 chain. Now I'm going to come in my second chain here from the first one we did the single and the 2 chain. And it's almost like we're going to do a double crochet, but we're not. We're going to take it all out. This is the half double crochet sideways. So we're basically still in the center of our corner. I'm going to come in again and do a single and 2 chain. That equals my double crochet, work in that corner, and another double crochet. So we're going into each double crochet with a double crochet, just like that. Getting to the corners, we do 2 double crochets in the corners, 2 chains, and 2 double crochets in the corners again. So that's to form our corners. So 1 per space, 2 inside of the space of the corner, 2 chain, and again 2 more inside of the same corner. Okay, we're going to continue to do that all the way around. Now, if we count, of course, when we come back, we're going to do that half double crochet here. So we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Okay, so we've reached the corner. Can you tell I have a bunch of knots here with my thread? Okay, so let's just fix a bit before we get all knotted up. Okay, so we're going to do 1 chain, and we're going to do that half coming in the second chain here and take it all out. Okay, so that would be like our 2 chain in the corners. I'm going to come back in, single, chain 2, back in the same space. This is row 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 per space. Now, we're supposed to have 15 double crochets on this row per side, right? So we have 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. Got a nice little knot there. No issues. We'll just hide that. Ten, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Okay, and then 2 chain, and 2 more in the same space in the corner. So we're building those corners and continue on until the end. We're going to change a bit on the next row, row 5. So we're just doing row 4. Okay, you guys, so we're pretty much at the corner again. I'm going to do 1 chain, and I'm doing my sideways half double crochet. So we're in the center again. So pretty much we have our foundation of our granny square. I'm going to come back in, and I'm going to do 1, 2 chain. This will equal for the double crochet. Okay, and then 1 chain space. Just gonna look here because sometimes I forget what I do. So 1 chain space. I'm going to come into the first double crochet and work 7 double crochets. So we'll finish the corner when we come around. So I have 2, 3, 4, and 7. 2, 4, 6, 7. I'm going to do 1 chain, skip a space, and into the next one. And then do 7 double crochets again, 1 per space. So 4, 5, 6, and 7. 2, not 2, sorry. 1, let me just check here. No, sorry. 1 chain, so 7 on this side, 7 on this side. 1 chain. I'm coming into the center. 1 double crochet, chain 2. This is the corner 1 and another double crochet. Okay, so once you finish doing your 7 double crochets, 1 chain space into the middle here, do a double crochet, 2 chain space, double crochet again, and 1 chain space again, and come into your first double crochet and doing those 7 double crochets. So we're just repeating again the same thing as we just did. Let me just pull some thread here or it never ends. Okay, so let's just recap that again. So we did that single and 3 chain, 2 for double crochet, 1 for space. 7 double crochets, 1 chain space, skip the space, 7 double crochets, 1 chain space, right into the center with a double crochet, 2 chain, into the center again, 1 chain, into the first double crochet. We're going to do the 7 double crochets. So we have 2, 4, 5, 6, and 7. 1 chain, skip a space into the next, creating those 7 double crochets again. Okay, so I've created the 7 double crochets. I'm going to do 1 chain, come in, do a double crochet, 2 chain for the center again, come in, another double crochet, 1 chain into the first double crochet, and proceed again with the 7 double crochets. So you're just going to repeat again. Okay, the 7 double crochets, 1 chain, skip a space, 7 double crochets, 1 chain, double crochet, 2 chain, double crochet, 1 chain, 7 double crochets again. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. So we're reaching the end, doing 1 chain, coming in, 1 double crochet, 1 chain. I'm going to complete my corner doing the half double crochet. And so we pretty much have all the 4 corners the same way. The heart is already being built, right? Okay, coming back in again, single and 2 chain. 1 more for space. I'm coming into the first space, 1 double crochet, 1 chain. I'm coming in. Let me just check here for a second, make sure I have this properly. Okay, so we're skipping the first one. I'm coming into the second double crochet, 2, 3, and 4. So we'll have 4 double crochets there. 1 chain. I'm skipping 1 and coming in to the last double crochet there. So creating a little square. 1 chain. Coming into the next space of the double crochet, and 1 chain again, skipping 1, coming into the next one. So we'll have 3 little blocks here. and then doing the 4 double crochets again, just like that. 1 chain. We're going to come in between the double crochet here from the corner, inside of the space, 1 chain. We're coming in the center of the corner, creating a double crochet, chain 2, and back in again, creating that corner. So it's like the V's on the corner. 1 chain, coming in between the space, double crochet, 1 chain, skipping the first one, going into the second, and creating those 4 double crochets again. 3 and 4. Okay, so let's recap that. So we did the, let's just come back over here. We are in the center. We did that half double crochet, 3 chain, 2 for a single and 2 chain for double crochet, 1 for space. Went into the first space with double crochet, 1 chain space, skip the first one and did 4 double crochets, 1 chain, skip 1 into the last one, 1 chain, skip, go into the next one, 1 chain, skip 1, do the 4, 1 chain, come into the first space with a double crochet, 1 chain, do your double crochet, 2 chain for the corner for the V, so these V's are there until the end, and back in with a double crochet, 1 chain into the space, 1 chain, skip the first one and do 4. So it's just a repeat now. 1 chain, come into the last one, 1 chain into the next one. We're going to have the 3 little squares, skip a space and into the next one, and proceed again with your 4 double crochets. Okay, 1 chain, come right into the space, double crochet, 1 chain. We're going to create the V, double crochet, chain 2, and double crochet again on the same space. So just continue now, 1 chain into the space, 1 chain, skip the first one, come into the second, create your 4 double crochets, 3 and 4, 1 chain into the last one, create your first square, and then the other 2 squares. So it's just a repeat now. Okay, I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so did my last 4 double crochet, 1 chain, coming into the space, double crochet, 1 chain, and I'm going to come into the V, double crochet, I'm going to do 1 chain, and I'm going to close it up with the half double crochet. So we stay in the center of that space, come back in, single, 2 chain, and 1 more for space. I'm coming into the next space, double crochet, 1 chain, coming into the next space, double crochet, again 1 chain, I'm coming in, skipping the first one of the 4 double crochets. This whole row will be about little squares, okay? 1 double crochet, 1 chain, I'm coming in the last one, 1 double crochet into the next one, 1 double crochet, 1 chain into the next space. So we still have to complete the corner one here, which we haven't yet, okay? But we should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's going to be 13 squares. So 1 chain, double crochet on the first one, 1 chain, skip a space, double crochet, 1 chain, coming into the first space, 1 chain, into the next space, 1 chain, coming into the center of the V, double crochet, chain 2, in the V again, creating that V. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and the 13 will be the other edge here that we have to complete. Okay, so again, 1 chain coming into the space, 1 chain into the next space. So it's just a repeat. Now, 1 chain, skip a space into the next one. 1 chain, skip a space into the next one. Okay, so pretty much you're just going to do double crochet over double crochet, and where the groups are, you skip the first one, come into the second one. 1 chain, skip 1 into the next one. 1 chain, and into the space. Okay, maybe I should have fixed that a little bit more. So I'm going to do a double crochet here, one chain. I'm going to come in to the next space. Oops, don't want to hide that there like that. Okay, so we have that 1 chain space, 1 chain. We're going to come into the center, and I'm going to pull this out and just cut it because it's just getting annoying. All you have to do is just, when you have knots like that, all you have to do is just hide 1 or 2 stitch, and then you can cut the rest off and you're good to go. So we're in the corner, chain 2, chain 1 into the next space, chain 1 into the next space. So we're getting into the groups. Chain 1, skip the first one into the second. So all you have to remember is when you get to the groups, you skip 1, double crochet, skip 1, double crochet, and then on top of the other ones, coming to the edge or the corner, 1 double crochet per space. Just want to check something here. Okay, so let's just continue on. Okay, you guys, so we're at the end. We're at the corner in the V where we started with that single and 3 chain. So I did my double crochet. I'm going to do 1 chain, and I'm going to come in the second chain and do my half double crochet. So now for some of you could just leave it like this and keep adding on into each double crochet your next grinding square. Just have to, you know what I'm saying, like just attach it on each double crochet. I would preferably grab back loops only, but that's your choice. Now if you want to have that extra little edging, sometimes you can have this edging with a different color. Let's say you're doing pink white or blue white or yellow blue or pink blue or pink, yellow, whatever the case may be, right? Okay, so I'm going to come back in the same space here. I'm going to do a single and chain 2 and another double crochet. So we're going to create that V's by 2 double crochet, 2 chain, and 2 double crochet. Okay, I am going to come on top of the double crochet with a double crochet, next space, double crochet, next space, double crochet. So this is very simple. In the space, double crochet on top of the double crochet. So one per space, one on top of the double crochets. Coming to the corners, we'll create those V's with 2 double crochets. Okay, double crochet, and on top, double crochet, and on top. You could make some square doilies for Valentine's in red. I mean, there's so many ways to play with patterns, right? So one per space inside of the space and one on top of the double crochet. And again, and oops, I have to do one on top. What am I doing? One on top, one inside of the space. Now we're going into that V. We're going to do one on top, and inside of the V we're going to create 2 double crochets, 2 chain, and 2 more double crochets, so we can have a nice square corner there. And then one on top of the double crochet, one in the space, one on top of the double crochet, and one in the space. If your stitches are too tight, you should know the rules. You do a 2 chain when I call out 1. If I call out 2, you can do 3. And using a size or 2 hook bigger than your normal size, so your pattern doesn't crumple up. I get that a lot. People always say, oh, but my pattern is all crumpling up together. Well, use a bigger hook or a size 2 bigger hook. Okay, so as you see the hearts, and that's it, and then you just close it off. I'm going to close mine off and then come back to you and show you the end result and how you can add onto the other granny square. So I'm coming to the end where I have my V. I'm going to do my 2 double crochets, 1 chain, and I'm closing it off. Okay, so there's 2 ways you can go about. If you're using the same color, you can use the same thread at the same color that you're using. If you're using different colors or multiple colors, the secret to it, not to see the stitch behind when you're gathering them together, I find for myself, the best way is fishing rod line. You could tie it, burn it, melts, and it doesn't go anywhere. It's the best thing to have those stitch going without being shown. Okay, so I'm just going to show you how you can add this on. So you'd grab back with back, come into the 2 chain in the corner and slip stitch. Okay, grab back loop and back loop. So you have both back loops and slip stitch. And again, back loop. In this case, it's front loop on the green, the first one facing you. Of course, the camera is in my face, so it's kind of hard for me to see. Slip stitch. Again, per each space, back loop on the white and the first one in front of you, slip stitch. Again, back loop. So we have two here. We have the front one here and this back one, which is facing you. So you grab that one. And again, back loop. You see the two of them here, right? You see both. So you grab the one facing you. Now, like I said, you can do the other way with the sewing needle, the transparent fishing rod wire there, whatever you call it. I don't know how you call it. It's the only thing I can think of. So back loop on the white one and the first loop on the green. Just going to show you. And it looks like that. Now, how pretty is that? I think that looks beautiful. You have the green facing that way and you have the white facing this way. So you can do it that way. Okay. Or just close this off over here. I'm just going to close it off with a slip stitch. I think will make it easier. I pull my thread here. Let's see if I can. Well, at this point, I'll just grab any thread to show you. I'm just using any thread just to show you. This is quite thick needle. I don't know, where is my smaller one? Should be somewhere, I think. Let me just see if I can find it. Okay, so I found the little smaller one, and I'm just giving you this, you know, the example. I mean, you can do whatever you want. This one, I went with the 2 chains, so this one's a little bit bigger, the green one, than the white one. Let's see, right side with right side. You can do this way or the other way, doesn't matter. So you front loop here facing you. Okay, so back loop on the white and the last one facing you. So here, the one facing you and back loop on the white. Okay, next face, back loop and the one facing you. I think I was explaining it wrong. I apologize. Sometimes the brain is just overtired. So the one facing you. Now what you can do is build a bunch of squares and then take it from there and back loop on the white one. Then you can do all the sewing at the end instead of like doing for each one. Okay. Now, of course, this is a different color. Of course, it's going to show, but if you pull on it, it won't. But look, you have them stitched together. So basically, all you have to remember, so you faced them the right side with the right side, okay? Take this back loop and take the front, the one facing you, okay? And then take the one facing you on the next one and the back loop again. And again, back loop and the one facing you. Whoops, the one facing you and back loop. Now with the transparent wire, you can't see any at all, okay? And then this one, because I did one with 2 chains, I'm just going to skip it here, and the other one with 1 chain, so it's not the same size, right? So I'm just giving you samples here very quick, so they're not going to match up evenly on sizes because they're not the same size. Okay, but just pull this here. But Look how stunning and perfect that looks, right? Nice. And imagine I'm doing it with a dark color. I mean, you would be able to see right through it. But with the wire, the fishing rod wire, you can't even see nothing because it's transparent, right? Well, this does it for this tutorial. I hope you enjoyed these gorgeous little heart squares, heart granny square. And I'll see you in the next tutorial. Thank you so much. Send you so much love and hugs to every single one of you. Thank you. Bye-bye, everyone.